What is going on, my super sandwiches? Rhymestyle here with this guy right here, Golden Freezy Pipe. You guys might know him as Geekdom 101. How you doing, my man?
I'm good, man. I'm happy, which is a good thing for right now.
What did I tell you about that lightsaber? Get it away from my face, man. Listen, today we have a good topic to talk about.
It has a mind of its own, sorry.
Yeah. Does this count as a spoiler now that it's been revealed in the next episode preview? Okay, so there's no specific spoilers as far as what's going to happen in the episode, but if you consider the next episode preview of the next matchup, then that might be kind of a spoiler, because I know some people like to not watch the next episode preview and be surprised what happens the following week, so keep that in mind.
Yeah, Dion's like that, but I will say this. The spoilers that are out for the episodes after this one, which is 112, 113, and 114,
right?
There's a lot of mysteries behind those episodes because the result of what happens in 111 is not discussed. So again, it's very interesting that we don't really know much even with the spoilers at hand.
Yeah, I mean, Toei has been infamous for releasing a lot of information yet still keeping the episodes fresh. Like literally when the 1 hour long special was airing, they've revealed so many new screenshots even the day of, as well as details, next episode previews and all that stuff. But we still are really surprised when you watch. I mean, we knew what the core idea was going to happen, but we didn't know like as far as which direction the series is going to take with the hour special. With that said, we have a matchup we're going to talk about. That's the only spoiler that we'll talk about if you consider it a spoiler, like I said. And that is Hit versus Jiren. So that's it. That's all as far as the spoiler talk.
I mean, the end of 110, Hit went in for a cheap shot on Jiren, and Jiren blocked it. So,
okay, so
even if you
it's not really a spoiler. It's not a spoiler.
Yeah,
I'm
you
sorry.
knew it was next.
If you try to say this is a spoiler, just revealing the matchup, you're full of shit. Okay, let's go say that. Okay, now let's talk about it.
Careful, don't want to get demonetized.
Right. This is going to be a fun one because Hit and Jiren was obviously one of the most requested, or I guess dream matches in this arc. Hit versus Jiren, what happens? We got the time skipper who goes for the vital points, and we also got Jiren who basically, after seeing the last episode, I'm convinced he actually himself can do Ultra Instinct, which I think you and I talked about off camera, and we kind of agree with, but you know what? That's another video. So we'll talk about that another time. Geekdom!
Yeah.
How do you think the matchup is going to go between Hit versus Jiren?
I don't see Hit having a chance, but there's 2 points I want to make.
Yep.
And this is all based on how impressive Jiren looked, because Jiren was doing things that we've never seen before. Besides just Ultra Instinct, he was blocking Super Saiyan God with one finger, which again, that wasn't in any of the spoilers.
Yep.
That was a surprise when we watched the episode, all right? We didn't even know he was going to go God until the episode happened.
Yep.
And then, obviously he's incredibly fast, didn't even get bruised at all by Goku, but yet we saw Hit a little bit vulnerable against Dispo a few weeks ago, which again Goku took out with ease. But the 2 points I want to make is that number one, Hit's got the Togetobashi, the time skip, which is going to be a very useful thing, and number two,
2 words, pure progress.
Yes, pure progress. In other words, Hit has this ability where every time he fights somebody who's more powerful than him, he makes himself better. Not just makes the time skip faster, but just he's overall just a better fighter.
Do we want to call that an ability or just like a talent? Well, let's see it as more.
We don't know. It might be something that his mysterious race just knows how to do, like the Saiyans. We don't know.
We saw Majin Buu look at attacks and copy them. So if Majin Buu can do it, I'm sure the Hit's race, whatever he is, could probably adjust to the situations. I mean, we first saw that in the Champ arc when Goku was fighting against Hit, and Hit revealed that he never really had to fight. And then he progressed as he fought Goku, so we saw that. And then now we saw him actually take on Dispo, which was a really important fight for that specific reason. We saw him take on Dispo, and he actually adjusted to his weakness against Dispo and managed to technically win that clash. Did we count that as a win?
Yes, I think he did do better at the end of the day. He did do better. And the thing is about Hit is that he's, thousands of years old. So presumably speaking, unless Jiren is some kind of ancient warrior, he's probably got the experience edge on Jiren because we don't know anything about Jiren's past.
Right.
So there are factors here. The point is this. I don't think that Hit's going to go down like a punk.
No.
I think he's going to give Jiren a decent challenge. But if you look at the next episode preview, Jiren has quickly figured out how to get past the time skip. So Hit's going to have to progress purely a lot faster. But nonetheless, I still think Jiren is going to defeat Hit.
Yeah.
Not eliminate him. I don't see that happening.
Win the fight,
Could be
but
wrong.
not the war.
Yes, I think maybe Hit might get saved by maybe the Namekians. They're going to heal him because we did see them in episode 110 for just a moment. So there is that. And maybe they can heal. I don't know. But the thing is, I don't see Hit beating Jiren, but I also don't see him going out like a punk. I think Jiren will win, but I don't think it's going to be like a one-shot hit. It's going to, no pun intended.
Yeah.
He's going to take a little bit of shots.
I got to say, that was probably the best line I saw in the entire arc so far. Assassin of Universe 6, what do you want? I'm working. I love that line.
Bro, it was so alpha.
Yeah,
it was so alpha. I mean, my favorite line of the whole thing, the whole special, was when Whis is like, what are your thoughts? And Beerus is like, here he comes. And then the freaking dude comes out, bro. That freaking, I had an ulcer, bro.
My favorite line leading up to that line was Hit again, actually, back about 5 episodes ago when he fought against Dispo. Not Dispo, what was the guy? Kunshin? Is that his name?
Yeah, Kushin. Yeah.
Yeah. But it was like, I'm gonna take you down with me. It's like, take this pain with you. That was my favorite line so far. Actually, you know what? We're gonna do this as the feature question of this video. In the comment section below, let us know what your favorite line so far is in the arc based on what other character said. It could be anything. It could be this past weekend an hour-long special when we saw Jiren talk to Hit, or even just have what Nathan just said when Beerus was like he's coming. Pause. But the thing we want to specifically talk about is pure progress. So yes, he has the ability for pure progress or technique or skill or talent, whatever you want to call it. But the question is it going to be enough to adjust to Jiren's power? And honestly, no. 2 reasons why. Number 1, plot armor. Jiren is going to be the main focus of the fight, obviously. So it's going to be more of a in-between fight while Goku gets back on his feet. And while they're doing that, they're going to give us a good show. Because, again, Jiren versus Hit was something that a lot of us wanted to see since pretty much we saw Hit actually in the Shop arc. We just want to see him fight again. And, he obviously has a lot of abilities under his sleeves, and we've seen him get better and better as he fought. Pure progress. So it's not going to be a situation where he's going to win the fight, as you just said, Geekdom. But it's going to be a fight, and there's going to be potentially more in the future. Now, pure progress is probably going to teach Jiren a lot. Not Jiren, Hit. It's going to teach Hit a lot as far as what he can do against Jiren, but it's ultimately going to be more of a loss. Let's call it that. More of a loss than a win, if that makes sense.
I just don't see the Jiren losing, not just because of the way he's been hyped up, and it would be really ridiculous to have him lose to Hit right now, but because, he needs to keep that momentum going, and because Hit, even if he loses, can always come back and be better, like he did when he fought Goku the second time. See, I'm having a real hard time committing to one specific, I guess you can say, theory, because the spoilers that we've gotten are so cryptic moving beyond this episode. Like, we really don't know anything, and we also know that there's talk of another warrior appearing in the shadows, a new character. There's talk of that, and there's talk of maybe Caulifla and Kale having more of an involvement, and Vegeta and Kaba having more of an involvement in other episodes. I'm not going to get into it, but because it's spoiler territory, but it's still something to where it's... I don't want to commit to anything yet because anything can happen. I'm totally excited because these spoilers were really, really light as far as what happened. So at the end of the day, Hit might actually end up hurting Jiren somehow, because we do see in the next episode preview that he does seem to land that heart punch on Jiren.
Yeah.
But I have this weird feeling that's not even going to affect him.
Yeah, that's what I was going to bring up. The problem with Hit is...
Maybe his heart's in a different spot in his body, bro, like where his balls are or something.
Also possible.
You never know. He's an alien.
Wow. My heart's my balls. So my only other thing about a Hit is he's not necessarily the strong fighter, and with someone as powerful as Goku landing hits, no pun intended again, on Jiren, will Hit have the necessary power to basically deliver the damage? Because, like, we saw the man block Super Saiyan God with one finger. Granted, I mean, you could also argue that he focused all his energy and defense in that one finger, similar to what we saw with Goku against Trunks in the Z Saga, in Dragon Ball Z.
That's right.
When they fought, initially, it's like finger, 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 finger. So the question is, the question is even if he delivers like the perfect hit, the perfect attack will be enough to hurt him. Because, like, I mean, you saw how much that man was just tanking. He was just literally just standing there while Goku was doing his best to do as much damage as possible. So
he is not just incredibly fast because of his Ultra Instinct. He's also very, very powerful, and it's just, we've never seen a guy quite like Jiren, and we've never seen a guy like Hit before we saw him in Super. So it's totally without question a fight that's purely being done by Toei to draw a rating and to draw like fan hype. And I love the fact that it's a fight between two characters that are not Goku. I like that Goku's gonna be sitting out for a little bit, and we also got confirmation from the titles anyways, that's Universe 6's strongest fighter is Hit. Like, it's not Kale, it's not like one of the Namekians, it is Hit. So that is an interesting twist, I think. That's a good little thing, you know, that we know that.
Well, when they say strongest, does that mean refer to just as far as power or just as a fighter? Because you can be really, really powerful but be a better fighter. Because I feel like...
I don't know, it just says strongest, I don't know.
Because I feel like Kale might be more the strongest side, but she can't really fight as well as someone like Hit. And then Hit, like I said, has the experience.
What did Jiren do to Kale, bro?
This is also true.
Remember?
Yep.
Yeah, this dude, he's on another level. So I have a feeling that Jiren might actually... I have a feeling that during this episode 111, he might just toy with Hit. He might actually be toying with Hit to see if his reflexes can keep up, you know, his Ultra Instinct can keep up with the time skip. Because if you think about it, Ultra Instinct and time skip are not that different in the sense that they both rely on complete speed.
Yep.
So we're really going to see like an Ultra Instinct, which I do think Jiren has, against the time skip. So maybe Jiren is going to not knock him out to kind of test his own reflexes, you know. Because he's like Goku in a way. He wants to test his opponents out, you know? So that could be another factor.
You know what I love about this fight too? Is everybody said that Hit was absolutely broken back in episode 71. After 71 specifically, everyone's like, Hit's broken. There's nothing you can do about it. So that's another reason why this fight is so beautiful, because like in the Sean Park, they introduced characters far necessarily as strong as Goku and the crew, but they have special unique abilities to make them lead to winning fights, I should say. But now it's like you have this broken character known as Hit going up against a broken character known as Jiren. What happens there? And that's the beauty of this fight. So yeah. In the comment section below,
it's going to be a fun one.
Yeah. In the comment section below, what we're going to hear from you guys is basically your own thoughts on where this fight's going to go. Will Hit get knocked out, or is he just going to get defeated for like the current moment? So I guess discuss that down there. But other than that, I'm excited. This is going to be a really, really good fight. I'm curious to see how Pure Progress is going to work, if it's going to work at all, with someone like Jiren, and what that means for his character in the future. Because think about this. We know that no one's going to really die here.
Well, we don't know for sure.
But as far as
what's going to happen,
returning characters in the future, I feel like Hit's
Universe 7 is going to be safe.
And what I would love to see is Hits with his Pure Progress with Jiren in the future fighting Goku. Like after like getting even stronger and fighting Jiren, like what does that mean for the future? Because like it leaves a lot of doors open for like that rematch run. Maybe after the tournament survival arc ends, we'll get that rematch between Goku and Hit. And now it's like you got both of these characters who just develop these new abilities, Hit Progress from fighting Jiren, and of course Goku has his Ultra Instinct. That would be beautiful.
I mean, I'm just totally like, I would love to see all that. I just don't know where this is going now. Like, I originally thought it was going to go to where we might see Goku and Jiren at the end of this thing have one more fight, you know, when he finally figures out how to tap into the full power of, you know, the divine, you know, mastery of self movement. But now I just don't know, especially with that other fighter possibly coming in. I don't know. This is very difficult to predict, and I like that. And I like that.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I hope it's good.
If you enjoyed the discussion, feel free to chime in down below. Let us know your thoughts on the upcoming episode, as well as anything else that you might have on your mind as far as speculations and theories. Let's go for 3,000 likes again if you made it to the end of this video, because super hype right now. No pun intended. I actually didn't mean to say it like that, but it is super hype right now. And anything else you want to discuss, just drop us a comment. Geekdom Rhymestyle. That's who we are. I said it like that. That's who we are. We hope you enjoyed the video. We'll see you guys in the comment section below. Peace.